This is the Red Sox POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, 'cause it's the Sox. You win the series against a pretty good Cincinnati Reds team, but you lose the finale, and it's the way you lose the finale where you say, 'cause it's the Sox. With that, we welcome you into our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer and show host. I've called games from the Tokyo Dome in Japan, Dodger Stadium, Target Field, Kauffman Stadium, Jacobs Field, Globe Life in Arlington, Granger Stadium, and Kinston, North Carolina. What are we doing? We are providing reaction every Red Sox game on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. Our Locked On Red Sox postcast also available on the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, and it's available and free wherever you get your podcast. On our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, we're going to discuss Romy Gonzalez with an RBI double in the seventh inning and running into an out at third base. Earth to baseball players, no matter what the analytics say, you don't make the first or third out at third base. That goes back a long time. Greg Weissert, one pitch, gives up a grand slam, bye-bye lead, and the Red Sox fail to complete the series sweep. Audience participation, of course, is encouraged from our everydayers and our first-timers. Hit that comment button and share your thoughts on tonight's game. If you are on board with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, you can also continue the Red Sox and baseball conversation by following on X at Lennox on Baseball. Latest Locked On Red Sox postcast presented by Monarch Money. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB. Locked On MLB at monarchmoney.com and save 50% on your first year. Reds take the finale again. Red Sox fail to complete the series sweep. These things happen, right? Yeah. Why do they happen? Because they're the Sox.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Sox win the suspended game from Tuesday, come back and win 5-3. Brian Bayo gives up 2 runs over 5 innings. Aroldis Chapman, after the team got the lead in the 8th inning on Wilyer Abreu RBI single to Trevor Story, RBI double. Chapman 1-2-3, 9th inning for the save, his 15th on the year. Red Sox led 3-0 in a game that was started by what we call an opener these days. Brendan Bernardino, terrific. Red Sox had a 3-0 lead in this one. They were up 3-0. A run in the second, Wilyer Abreu, a home run in the 6th inning. He had a nice series, up 3-0. And Bernardino and Alcala and Murphy doing a terrific job. Bernardino, inning and 2/3 scoreless. Alcala, inning and a third scoreless. Murphy, 2 2/3 scoreless and a couple of strikeouts. Worked 2 1-2-3 innings and was finally taken out in his 3rd inning after giving up a base hit. And then Greg Weissert came in. Well, Greg Weissert got the final out in the 6th inning, but in the 7th inning, running into all sorts of trouble. And I don't know about you, but I was sort of thinking, something's going to happen here. What happened was Christian Encarnacion-Stand hit a grand slam. It went a long way. Then later in the inning, Ellie De La Cruz, first Nesson reference, Dave O'Brien, and Lou Merloni kept saying, hey, we've kept this guy in check. Well, he delivered a 2-out RBI base hit. That made it 5-3. Then in the bottom of the 7th inning, 6th grand slam this season by the Reds, by the way, who are the only team in baseball that has not gotten swept this season. Let that soak in for a minute. Bottom of the 7th inning. Got off to a promising start. Meyer doubled down the third base side, went up into the stands, grounds rule double, and then Gonzalez an RBI double. But he gets thrown out at third base, trying to stretch a double into a triple. You can't do that. You certainly can't do that in your home ballpark. That changed the dynamic of the entire inning. A run across, 1 out, nobody on. Instead, you should have had a run across, runner at second, nobody out. And I said it recently where minor league managers used to tell me, you almost don't want a home run when you're working that big inning. You got a couple of runners on base, you hit a home run, you have to start over. You hit a home run that gets you to within a run or two, you have to start over. You'd rather see a guy almost, hey, RBI base hit, RBI single, RBI double, score a run or two, keep them on base, keep the line moving. Gonzalez, thrown out at third in the 7th inning for the first out of the inning, you have to start over. Duran later in the inning with a base hit. Now, how things would have unfolded, who knows? But the Red Sox get a split on Wednesday when they had a 3-0 lead with a bullpen game, and the bullpen was terrific until the 7th inning and Greg Weissert. And there are going to be plenty of people on social media saying, well, Greg Weissert leads Major League Baseball in appearances, and, he gives up 5 runs, 3 earned. Then Hicks gives up 3 runs, 1 earned. 8 runs total and 4 earned runs. Story charged with an error. Toro charged with an error. And that 3-run 8th inning, I don't know that the bats were going to do anything in the final 2 innings anyway. But the 3 runs in the 8th inning, I'm still trying to figure that play out. Trevor Story was charged with an error. I think Wilyer going to third as the runner was off the bag and going towards home. I think maybe. I was going back and forth with this just a little bit in text messages with Jeff Carr, Locked On Reds. And I thought maybe he didn't have the angle where he thought the runner was going back towards third instead of going towards home. Once he made that throw, easy move for the runner to go home. Then you try to get the out at third base. It's just what the Red Sox do on occasion. Wilyer on the pop-up to short right field. Roman Anthony in right field. Roman Anthony knows well enough that that's his ball. He should have come in. I got it. Made the catch. Again, that could change the inning. You get the out there. Didn't happen. But the play, Story, infield up, error, ball hit right at him, ends up going as an E6, and you're just back to sort of, this is ugly baseball for the Red Sox. Absolutely blowing a golden opportunity to complete a series sweep against a team that hasn't been swept this season. Nick Martinez, okay. Hey, last time out, no hitter late into the game against the San Diego Padres. I think that was last Friday at home in Cincinnati. Tito Francona and his team dropping the series in Boston, but they win the finale. Encarnacion-Stand hits the grand slam. And Lou Merloni mentioned it. I don't often go into pitch mix and pitch selection, but Weissert was taking care of him with the fastball. He was throwing the fastball by him, and he gets beat on a slider that was hit a long way, right? You knew it off the bat. Trevor Story's hitting, that error just comes at a bad time, right? He's been playing a heck of a shortstop of late. Story has a nice little hit streak going. He's hit safely in 5 in a row, 6 of 7. Now 8 runs batted in over his last 7 games. Reached with that 2-out base hit in front of Abreu in the 6th inning, and Abreu's home run making it 3-0. Abreu with the base hit to break a 3-3 tie in the suspended game. And then Story had a double in the 8th inning to make it 5-3, a little cushion for Aroldis Chapman. So those guys in your lineup are starting to do nice things. Here's a number of the night for you. You ready? Give it right here. Red Sox had 6 extra base hits in the loss. 32 extra base hits now. You might think I'm going to say over the last 10 games. They have 32 extra base hits over the last 5 games. I double-checked it. I triple-checked it. The number's right. 32 extra base hits. That goes back to the game on Saturday and the thrashing of the Toronto Blue Jays. Do I want a scoreboard watch here? I don't know if I do or not. Blue Jays got out to a big lead against the Yankees. Game 3 of their 4-game series. And where are they now? They're now 11-9 in the 9th inning. Blue Jays with the lead. You're looking up at 3 teams in your division right now. You blew a golden opportunity to get to 500. You had a 3-0 lead. 20th time this year the Red Sox have blown a lead. Actually blew a lead in the suspended game. Had to come from behind. You had a golden opportunity to get to 500 with what would be 10 games left before the All-Star break. Now you're 2 under. Had a chance for a 3-game sweep, a 3-game winning streak. 4 out of 5 going back to last Saturday doesn't happen. And again, it's sort of along those lines. You win the series, but because they're the Sox, that's just an ugly loss. And again, it's the little things that all add up to an kind of borderline embarrassing loss. Maybe next year I'll come up with my own little embarrassing losses. This would be top 10. I don't know if it's top 5 of the season, but this one kind of got away. And Weissert, man, the bullpen was cruising until Weissert in that 7th inning. And then the bullpen was no longer cruising right along. Hey, we do want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first timers. We do that next. Locked On Red Sox Postcast. And we are presented on this Wednesday night, Locked On Red Sox Postcast, Locked On Red Sox, your team every day. And we are presented by Supply House. So let's get the lower third there. Right there we go. Let's tell you about Supply House. Get the supplies you need from the site that is made for the skilled trade, Supply House. Whether you're plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product information to help you get the job done and get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400-plus top brands, you're going to find exactly what you need, delivered fast from coast to coast. Need help with an order? Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service. So you're always going to talk to a real person. And for trade pros looking for an extra advantage, that extra edge, their free Trade Master program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage, and now it's your turn. Join the Trade Master program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering your plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, use promo code SH5 for 5% off on your first order. That's supplyhouse.com. Again, promo code SH5 for 5% off on your first order at supplyhouse.com. Locked On Red Sox Postcast also presented by Monarch Money. Ever wish managing your money felt easier? Well, with Monarch Money, it certainly can. Whether you're growing your savings or planning for a big purchase, Monarch is able to help put you in the driver's seat. It's like having your own personal CFO, that's Chief Financial Officer, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money is more than just a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center. You can track all of your accounts, investments, and spending in one place. So in addition to managing your money, you're also building wealth. With Monarch Money, you'll be able to track all of your accounts. You're going to also be able to figure out where you're spending money, and perhaps with that, maybe you're going to be able to save with just a few simple adjustments. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com, and you're going to receive 50% off on your first year. Again, that's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONMLB, and receive 50% off on your first year. All right, let's get into it. Give you a couple of numbers of the night here. Again, 32 extra base hits last 5 games. Red Sox are now 11-10 against National League teams. Next 2 series, Washington. Series in D.C. against the Nationals underway Friday, 11:05 start time. Always like to see, you sit down in front of the TV July 4th. I'm not out and about, and usually I'm home. Fireworks from D.C., fireworks from Boston, fireworks from New York. Fun night. Friday, we'll tell you again Friday, but just be safe with the fireworks, right? Next 2 series against NL clubs. Nationals over the weekend, and then back home for 7 before the All-Star break. 3 with Colorado. Come on, sweep that series. Way looking ahead there. And then 4 with Tampa Bay. So you want to win that series so you can inch closer to at least the Rays in the AL East before the All-Star break as well. So Red Sox, they were going to be 500 overall. They were also going to be 500 with Alex Bregman out of the lineup. I really want now, okay, this is Bregman, okay? I really think he may be back for the homestand before the All-Star break. Maybe he's out with AA Portland or AAA Worcester over the weekend. I don't know if either team is home or not for the July 4 holiday weekend. But I really do think Bregman's going to be back before the All-Star break. What does that do? I'm not sure. But now 17-19, 2 games under 500 overall, 2 games under 500, 17-19 with Bregman out of the lineup. 2 errors in the game, 4 unearned runs against the Red Sox bullpen. You know what that is, right? That's ugly. Let's go. Who's our leadoff hitter? Get into the comments here. Jeff, tonight was just low IQ baseball. Low baseball IQ. Yep, Austin D says. You know what, Jeff? I think you're a first-timer. And I'll tell you what. We're going to have to agree because you're right. But, again, as we say that about the Red Sox, it's not just the Red Sox. It's not just the Colorado Rockies. It's just not a team right now 10 games below 500. It's throughout baseball. There is a low IQ or low IQ baseball. It's across baseball right now. I haven't been to a minor league game probably in a couple of years. Actually, last minor league game I went to was probably AAA Worcester. Was probably the Woo Sox. And Jackson Holiday was actually in the lineup. Was that last year? Was that last spring or was it the spring before? I think it was last year. I don't think I made it to a Hartford Yard Goats game last year in Hartford, Connecticut. But I don't know that I could have broadcast minor league baseball present day and bit my lip on a nightly basis of like, what are we watching here? Bite my tongue, bite my lip, whatever. What are we watching here? Because it's happening at the big league level. I almost cringe to think about watching a minor league baseball game, going there for the baseball, not the entertainment. And for years with boys, it's been going to the minor league ballparks and even big league games for the entertainment. Austin. First time we've seen it either. I think it's not the first time we've seen it. Weissert, this from Michael. Let's put Michael up there. Weissert is exhausted, and it shows. I thought maybe he was just going to get that one out after Murphy. And boy, Murphy, he could be something, huh? I don't second guess, but you had Criswell up there. He couldn't have gone 2 times through the lineup for you. He's extended as a starting pitcher. Then you go to the bullpen. I understand Bernardino starting. You've got left-handed bats in that lineup for Terry Francona and the Reds, but Criswell couldn't have started that one and given you at least 3 or 4 innings. Then you have the bullpen. Same thing could have happened. But you actually possibly could have gone without having to go to Weissert. Him and Bernardino, you've got 2 guys. Weissert leads Major League Baseball in appearances in relief. Bernardino's got to be second, third, or he's got to be top 5 at this point in time. Who do we got here? Shermy 10, I believe it is. Give me a thumbs up there if I got that right. Shermy 10. We got the series win, but why can't we collect the sleep, get that 500, and move on to the next feeling good? No, that's the Sox, right? No sweep for the Red Sox against the Reds. One more. Great series for Wilyer Story. Yes. Last era, in my opinion. If there's a Wilyer, there's a way. LOL. There you go. Appreciate that. This Wade Davis, not the other Wade Davis. On the bright side, Roman is getting going now. Yeah, the lineup, it's clicking. It is. You were down. You got to within a run, right? I sound like Lou Merlone there. You got to within a run, right? I mean, Gonzalez the double in that 7th inning. That's a huge point in that game. It's 5-4. Should have been a runner at second, nobody out. Didn't happen that way. And sorry, but Romy Gonzalez, you've been around enough. That shouldn't be happening, especially in your home ballpark. That's not Jarren Duran extra aggressive on the bases and giving yourself a chance. It's not smart. It's not good. Wasn't the right play. You don't make the first or third out. Doesn't matter. You're 90 feet away. Yeah, but there's nobody out and you're at second base. I would have taken that all day long instead of at third. I mean, yes, the Red Sox over the last handful of games have been better. Get them in from third base, less than 2 outs. You would have had 2 shots there. I would have, try to steal third against Martinez in that situation. Or actually, I guess that was against the bullpen at that point in time because, Martinez, 6 2/3. That can't happen. It really can't. It just cannot happen. What's next? I'm not calling a deserved day off. That's what I do on occasion. If you're a first-timer, if they had swept this series, I would say Thursday's a deserved day off in Washington, D.C. No, it's a scheduled day off. That's it. Giolito, game 1 on Friday. Buehler, game 2 on Saturday. I almost cringed there. And then you have Garrett Crochet for the finale. And then Crochet lines up to make one more start before the All-Star break, and that would be in the Rays series. That's where you want him. You don't need him during the Colorado series. You want him during the series. And I don't even want to talk about taking the series against Colorado. Go to D.C., take 2 out of 3 against the Nationals. Come home, man, you want the sweep. So that's where it's at. We've got a day off. Hey, I want to remind you, next couple of nights, MLB game night. Every game, every night. I'll be on with JD from Locked On Cardinals tonight with Lindsay Crosby from Locked On Atlanta Braves postcast on Thursday as well. We go on within minutes, within a half an hour or so of the final game of the night. So Dodgers home tonight, I believe. Clayton Kershaw going for a career milestone as he's going to reach 3,000 career strikeouts. But MLB game night, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. So you can join me and JD. And, of course, we'll be available for you as the first listen early Thursday when you wake up as well. If you have not already been on board with us with the Locked On Red Sox postcast, which you know goes live within minutes of the final out of every Red Sox game throughout the course of the season. We've only missed a handful. They've been because of rainouts or suspended games. Tip of the cap to you. Thanks for being on board with us. Red Sox take 2 out of 3. That's the good news. But they failed up 3-0 in the nightcap Wednesday night. They failed to complete the series sweep against the Cincinnati Reds. We are going to see you on the July 4th holiday. Enjoy the next couple of days and back at it with the latest Locked On Red Sox postcast Friday after Game 1 of the 3-game series in our nation's capital on the July 4th Independence holiday against the Nationals. Locked On Red Sox postcast, #1 place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team. Yes, your Red Sox, win or lose, every day.